Alright, look. Today, we got one of the most favorable, excellent, fine, admirable, pleasing, exceptional, positive, superb, first-class firearms. I'm just playing. It's just a Draco. You heard it? You heard it. It's just a Draco. So, don't get your panties tied in a bunch. Today, we bring to y'all the AKFLEX. Now, what is the AKFLEX? It is essentially just a G-Flex trigger for your AK. And y'all know exactly what I put it in. Now, let me clear this thing for y'all. We are clear. What is the AKFLEX? It is essentially, like I said, just a G-Flex trigger for your micro Draco. If you're an upstanding citizen, if you like having fun, I know you got an AK. But let me take y'all through the process of how this thing works. You essentially only need three things. This is the case, AKFLEX. Back. I'll read it for y'all, and just in case a couple of y'all, you feel me, was in, you know, that one class. But we'll read it for y'all. They got a list of 3 AK variants right here. Bam. AK-47. What is that? KP9. Did I say KP9? KP9, and then we got Draco. Flex Industries presents the AKFLEX, the first pull and release trigger of its kind to fit the AK-47, Draco, and the KP9 without any modifications. Do you hear that, YouTube? Without any modifications. None. Enhance your shooting experience with improved speed, accuracy, and reliability. Tested and proven on Serbian, Russian, Chinese, and American AKs. So, if you're going to jump in the comment and ask, will it run on this? Will it run on that? I just told you. It's tested and proven on Serbian, Russian, Chinese, and American AKs. Let's get this thing open. Now, 3 things come in this package. We got the trigger, we got the hammer, and we got the disconnect. Disconnect, hammer, trigger. Flat face trigger at that. Now, let me take you through how this thing works. And I am going to be dry firing this thing, so please don't get in the comments crying. It's my gun. If it break, I'll buy no. Damn. How do the AKFLEX work? Pull, bang, release, bang. Simple as that. Pull, release. Pull, release. Now, let me get a little closer. Let me show y'all how this thing is working. Once you load the gun, you know you rack it back. We're going to go bang. Now, when you first load it, the trigger is what's holding the hammer. I don't know if y'all can see that, but the trigger back there, the trigger down there is what's holding the hammer. So, bam. Now, once you holding the trigger and that thing cycle, it pushes it back again. Bam. Now, the disconnect, it's what's holding the hammer now. Bam. Trigger moving and the disconnect moving. Let me show again. Bam. The trigger is what's holding the hammer now. Bam. I'm holding the trigger. Bolt cycles back. Bam. Disconnect is what's holding the hammer. Bam. No harm done to the gun. Please don't start crying. If you're having problems, which I had problems, and all it cost me was a FaceTime call to Flex Industries. That's all it cost me. What will it cost you? Nothing. Just watch the video. It'll be free $99. If you notice, I don't have the flat face trigger in mine. I have my OEM trigger with the AKFLEX installed. Let me run you by the issue I was having. With the flat face trigger installed, the trigger was catching on to the hammer, but the disconnect, it was like it wasn't reaching the hammer, so the reflex cycle wouldn't work. So, you know, I got in contact with Flex Industries. We was going back and forth. I finally got on FaceTime. He was running me through what to do, telling me switch the disconnector, switch the trigger. Now, with the OEM trigger, he told me put the OEM disconnect in the flat face trigger. That would not work. It will not work. It will not fit. Then he told me get the OEM trigger and put the AKFLEX disconnect in there. Put it in there, worked perfectly fine. Like with the AKFLEX trigger, with the AKFLEX disconnect, when I tell you it wasn't like engaging on a reflex, like this is the disconnect, this is the hammer. And like I said before, when you first rack the bolt back, the trigger is holding the hammer. So, bam, it'll lock right there. We'll pull the trigger, boom, that's pull. You get the pull bang. It cycles again. It has to go back and catch on to the disconnect. It was not catching on to the disconnect. Like it'll swipe it like this, then it'll just let it go. So it was not holding on to the disconnect. So we switched it out. We put the OEM trigger back in with the AKFLEX disconnect, and it works perfectly fine. So if you're having problems, use your OEM trigger. Use your OEM trigger. I'm telling you, use your OEM trigger. I'm telling you this so you won't have to go to them thinking it don't work. Let me put this thing back together, bro. Now, we got this thing back. Let me cycle it again and show y'all that this thing is working. Pull. Release. Pull. Release. Now, you know once you get your trigger finger right, you will run it like a champ. Like once I go run this, I'm gonna run it like a champ. Now today I was supposed to go to the range and do it. I had a whole little plan scheduled out, but last week I had the flu. I just got over it yesterday. My voice still sound kind of scratchy, but I am gonna sit down for a minute. I am gonna drop this video though. The flu got your boy, so we kind of sit down right now. Hey, once you do go get the AKFLEX, they do give you a clear round mag. Run an AKFLEX, use they mag. It looks clean. Now I know that y'all see I got 2 AKFLEXes. With that being said, if this video get, I say 10,000 views, 75 comments, and 200 likes. So I said 10,000 views, 200 likes, and 75 comments. We will be doing a AKFLEX giveaway. I don't need it. I got one in my Draco. I know somebody gonna want one in their Draco. Look, I can post this today and get 10K tomorrow. So y'all better act fast. Now, big shout out to Flex Industries, bro, because they also sent out that Flex 3MR trigger. Let me give y'all a look at that. Also, the Flex 3MR. Now, I just gotta go get me some anti-walk pins. Then I'll be installing this thing in my in one of my ARs. I really don't know which one I want to install it in, but the Flex 3MR, it is not a forced reset. It is a assisted reset trigger. I'm not gonna install it on one of my ARs right now because I don't got no anti-walk pins. But y'all can decide what AR y'all want to see it on. Y'all want to see it on the 4.5? I also throw it in my 7.5, but I got my super safety in here, so I don't know if I'm gonna be taking that out, so that's not an option. Now, this was the AR I was gonna throw it in when I noticed I need some anti-walk pins, but this is my PSA blend build. Look, listen. Perfectly good rifle, bro. For starters and for people that's beyond the starter level. It's a very decent rifle. Now, it's not the most expensive. It ain't the highest quality. It runs. It runs. I promise you it runs. That's all you need to do is run. That's all you needed to do is run. Y'all want to look fancy for these people on YouTube. I don't. I don't give a fuck. If it run, it run. Now, we can also put it on my 14.5, but this is my go-to rifle. I don't really like modifying this thing. So, we going to keep this plain Jane how it is. But if y'all do want to see it on here, I will throw it on here for a video. But to keep it on here, I'm not going to keep it on here. I like keeping the stock trigger on here. Just everything basic. 2 16 inches. This is my Diamondback. I did this little paint job on here myself. And then we got a BCA 16 inch. I didn't only put like 200 rounds through this thing. Haven't gave me any problems, but I don't know. I know what y'all know how y'all like to play Bear Creek, but I done got a few guns from Bear Creek, and I haven't had the problem that y'all be having. I ain't did nothing with this in a minute though, but once we put some sights on here, we're gonna start getting this back out in the field. Oh shit. Anyways, that is the AKFLEX. I know a lot of people contemplating on getting this thing, and I just wanted to come show y'all, like, get one. Once I go shoot this thing, y'all gonna be like, oh, I'm finna go get it now. I'm telling you now, go get it, bruh. But get this video to 10K, somebody might have one on the way. Discount code will be in the comments if you do want to go purchase one yourself, though. But without further ado, like the video, comment on the video, and if you're new, bruh, subscribe to the channel, dog. We out.